Hi students, here Nishida Miss back to you. I hope all of you have seen last classes which I sent in the website. Okay, so let's continue with the next section of your chapter. So last class we have discussed with the introduction to operating system and about booting also we have discussed. Then the objective of the main objectives of the operating system also. So today we can discuss about the functions of an operating system. Okay, so you know that operating system, the main definition last class I have told you, that is operating system is the master control program in a computer system. Okay, so it is having a lot of functions. So let us see what are the functions of an operating system, the main functions of an operating system. Okay, so first one, process management. So process means it is actually a program or actually it's a program in an execution. Okay, so the operating system only taken care of all the processes which are done in the computer system. Okay, like allocating resources to these processes. That means whatever processes are doing having in the computer, so all those processes we have to have some resources. Resources means hardware resources and software resources are there. So sometimes to enter the input devices we have to use, and for processor, microprocessor, like that, so many resources are there in a computer. So whatever works are there, so those works, whatever processes are done between these resources, it either work criteria and all, it is allocating by the operating system. Then enabling process to share the exchange of information, like from input device to it will go to the memory, and after that process management will do, then after that it will return to the output devices. So all those works are being done by the operating system. Then protecting resources from the other processes. Okay, so other process protecting all the input output devices, that is also one of the function of operating system. Okay, then control over each process. All the working of a computer, it is done by the operating system only. So that's why it is calling us, it's a main function, process management. Next we'll see memory management. So memory management also, it is one of the main function of operating system. So memory management, memory actually it is the important resource of a computer system. Okay, without a memory actually we cannot store anything. Simply we can do our work. So any of the memory we have to have. So I think you have learned last year primary memory, secondary memory, like in our smaller classes. So that is any of the memory we have to have. Then only we can do our process properly. Then operating system performs an important role in the memory management. That is, it is keeping the track of all. See, like whenever suppose we are keeping all the books or things in a shelf. So wherever we have to keep neatly, that we know, like that all the data where we can keep, and it is keeping a track of part of the memory, it is done by the operating system. And here we are calling like a memory allocation. Memory allocation means it is providing the spaces or the memory for the process, which whenever we are doing a process, it allocates some memory locations. Okay, so that is also done by the operating system. Then after allocating memory, after the processing and all completed, then there is one more process is there, that is called deallocating. So deallocating all memory also, it is done by memory management. Then another function of main function of an operating system, that is resource management. So resource management, operating system, it is allocate computer resources like CPU, central processing units time, then main memory, that is example of main memory, what is that? RAM, random access memory, right? RAM and ROM, it is comes under main memory. So then secondary storage devices or input-output devices, for all this memories resource management, it is done by all this devices management, it is done by operating system only. Then the last function of an operating system, the main function of the operating system is security. So operating system is the main responsibility. It is having the main responsibility for the protection of the resources and the information of a computer system. Okay, so you know that last year you have learned about the password protection and some rules when we are keeping the passwords and all. So like that, it is actually, it protects from the system from unauthorized accessing. So this accessing of this responsibility, it is goes to the operating system only. Okay, so next we will move to the next session, that is features of an operating system. So the main features of an operating system, that is file management, interpreting commands, device drivers, user interfaces. Okay, so file management. So file, you know what is a file. File, see, in a computer, all our data, see, sometimes different types of data we are inputting to a computer. Like, you know, that is the data, sometimes it can be of text. Okay, then alphanumeric characters, or sometimes it may be some numbers. Okay, and sometimes it may be an audio, video, image, like that, you know. So different types of files are available in a computer. Okay, so all this related to file, whatever activities are there, that we call file management. Okay, so file management, that is done by the operating system only. So file management, it is one of the feature of operating system. Okay. So file management activities. Okay, it includes, see, when we are creating a file, that is organization of a file, storing of file. So when we are saving or storing the file, naming, we have to for identifying, we have to give a name, no? So that naming, then retrieval means, see, after saving your file, you have to, if you want to open the file, that is retrieval. Then renaming, if you want to change the renaming, then sharing of the file, protecting of the file, giving password protection, all those related to file management activities, that is also includes in the operating system's feature. Okay, so next it is interpreting commands. So that is, see, when we are giving any instruction or request, see, that is using any application software, when we are giving any request or when we are doing any activity in our system. So operating system, that only it is analyzes, okay, what activity it is going to do, and after that it directs the request to the resources to handling it. Okay, so actually this we call it as a system call. So in this way, operating system, it is act as an interface between the user and the hardware. Interface means what? It is a mediator. Okay, mediator between the user and a system. So there, system call means actually the request to do some work. Okay, so system call, it is invoked by the application program. Then after that, it is the control, it is transferred to the operating system. Then after that, it determines whether the system call to be granted for servicing or doing the activity. Okay, if it is granted, that operating system only executes the instruction and provide the service to the user. Okay, next we'll see device drivers. Device drivers, device drivers, that is actually it is a utility program only. We call it a utility program. That is, you know, for the work, we have a keyboard, mouse, like that, many hardware resources we have in our system. So for the working of a keyboard, we have to have a software in our computer, and for the mouse also. Okay, whenever have you seen, like whenever we are plugging any devices into our computer, that is like pen drive. Okay, new pen drive if you are plugging into your computer, or otherwise when you are connecting any of the devices. Okay, that time some messages will be shown in in the system. Okay, so that is actually a device driver. It's a computer program only that that working of the any of the devices. It is handling by operating systems device drivers only, any of the. Okay, so device drivers, or it actually it works whenever we are plugging any of the new devices into our computer. Okay, so next we'll see the most important feature, that is user interfaces. Okay, so user interfaces, actually it is the way that we are having the way which we interact, or when we are communicating with the computer. Okay, how we are communicating with the computer, through commands or through mouse click, like. Okay, so in previous olden ages computers and all, we used to have commands only for each and every instructions. Okay, typing commands to create a file, and to save a file also we have to type some command, and then for copying a file we have to type some commands. Okay, so like that, this user interfaces, actually the most common user interfaces, that is. So different two types of commonly used interfaces. Okay, that is CUI and GUI. Okay, so CUI, character user interface, or otherwise we are calling as CLI, that is command line interface. Okay, so in this type of user interfaces, each and everything we have to convey to our computer using commands only. Example, it is DOS, disk operating system. Okay, disk operating system. It is actually an operating system that is through commands only we can convey our instruction, or we can enter our inputs through this type of interface. Next we'll see, that is the second type of user interface, that is GUI, graphical user interface. Okay, so graphical, the best example for graphical user interface, that type of operating system, it is Windows. Okay, so that only we are using most worldwide commonly used operating system, that is Windows only. So that you know that in a desktop within a single click we can do so much things. Okay, so that is the best example for graphical user interface. There we don't want to type any commands and all. Okay, children, so that's all for today. Thank you. And before that, whatever we have discussed here. Okay, all those things, read properly. Okay, just go through the exercises, that is filling the blanks. You just try yourself. Okay, write in your textbook itself answers. Thank you.